What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Sean, aka ELYYT, and in today's Trading to Glory episode, we're going to be focused on Black Friday's market crash, and we're also going to be touching base on the short-term investments and how we can make coins this weekend, how we can make coins throughout this rest of the week of Road to the Finals promo, and then Road to the Final Team 2. So we're going to hop into that for the trading, but before we get into that, I do want to address something, I guess, a little bit more serious. We all know 2020 hasn't been the best year for most people. Some people have flourished in 2020, and that's great for them. But a lot of us have struggled quite a bit. The pandemic has thrown us through a whirl, and even before that, with my YouTube channel being hacked, I had a bad start before COVID even happened. So going into 2020, it was rough. I went into 2020 very, very depressed. And it only seemed to get worse. Over the summer, I picked up several different jobs so that I could continue to pay rent and continue to pay tuition so I could finish university, which I'm also working on right now. So I'm currently working 4 different jobs, trying to continue playing competitive soccer or football and trying to make content. And all of this has led me to being very sad. It's led me to being very unmotivated, and it's really been taking a toll. So when it comes to the lack of content that I've had for the past couple of weeks and the inconsistencies I continue to show, just know that I'm not trying to do that. And I really want to take this channel and take our community to the next level. And I want to continue to create content because that's what I enjoy doing. But because of all of this that has happened, I have been unable to, in terms of time, and I've been unable to, in terms of just motivation to get out of bed when I have an opportunity to stay in bed. So I wanted to get that off my chest to you guys because it really hasn't been fair on you guys, especially those that have gone above and beyond and become YouTube members on the channel. It hasn't been fair at all to you guys who are expecting above and beyond in terms of content, trading tips, and more. So for that, I am sorry, and I promise to do better from here on out. I just thought I'd start the video with that. Sorry for starting it on such a low note, but let's continue this video and make it positive and actually cover all of what I talked about at the beginning of the video, so you guys are obviously being helped out with those trading tips and making some coins, because that's ultimately what it's all about here. All right. But I am human, and I just needed to get that off my chest. The first thing to grasp where we're going with today's video, it's got to be with the market index and talking about where's the market at as a whole. All right. Where is the market at? Is it high? Is it low? Or is it stable? And the answer is lower to stable, because what we're looking at is Friday. We saw a stable market. Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, even throughout that last week, it was stable. And that was kind of the first time all year where we were looking at a market that wasn't doing much. The traders and investors, not gonna lie, getting a little bit bored. You could see it throughout the community, through the Patreons, myself. I mean, we're looking at a market that's not changing much. And if it's only changing by 5% or less per day, it's making it very difficult to go in with normal investments that are going to be for weekend league or going to be for out of packs, and if they're not really going up over 5%, you're not making profit. So it was pretty smart to stay liquid during a lot of that time, but there were opportunities to make complement link investments. That Opara ended up working out brilliantly for some people. I didn't personally get in on it, but it was such a good call. I know I'm a Duck on Twitter called it out. Such a good call by him. And those are always opportunities to make profit during stable markets. There's other ways like the shadow and hunter chemistry style trading methods, the 1-2-3 trading method, which I came up with a couple years ago, and then Tech Avion, which is something that popped up about 3 years ago in the French trading community, which went pretty viral throughout the community and still works today. But we're not going to be covering all those individual trading methods. If you guys want me to touch on a certain topic I just talked about, comment down below. I'm happy to bring that back up in a future episode and go deep with that, but that's not the focus of today's video. Today's focus is when do I buy, when do I sell, and what cards are we going for? I mean, that's the essence of the episode and ultimately the essence of the series. So on Friday, we saw the drop of RTTF. And we saw a big drop on the market. I mean, you look at this, 58.22 all the way down to 53.14, dropping over 5 points on the market when it's only at 58 now already. That's huge. But it hasn't really changed too much since then. It's gone between 53 and 54 pretty much since. And right now, we're chilling at a 52.67, which is slightly above the lowest it's been, which was Friday, but it's still very, very low. So let's talk about, are we good to go for long-term investments? The answer is absolutely not. Do not go out onto the market right now and pick up a Rashford. Do not go out in the market right now and pick up any meta cards, okay? And here's why. If you are picking them up for long-term investments, they are going to drop before Black Friday. I'm not talking on Black Friday, I'm talking before Black Friday, leading up to that, especially about a week before. You're going to see the panic starting to ensue, especially after a weekend league that leads up to Black Friday. Now, looking at my calendar currently, November, it looks like Black Friday should be on this 27th of the month. So I'm thinking at about the 22nd, 23rd of the month, even the 15th or 16th of the month, which is only a week away, you're going to see a big drop on the market for some of these meta cards. Pretty much all meta cards are going to drop. People are going to sell their teams. They're going to be fully liquid, okay? With that happening, you're definitely not going to want to be late to the party. You're not going to want to be holding your Neymar on November 23rd, okay? You're not going to be wanting to hold that card on November 23rd, November 24th. That is absolutely a no-go. So get rid of those cards. Maybe this Thursday would be a decent day to sell. On the 12th, overnight on the Thursday going into Friday, sometimes a good time to sell. I wouldn't hold towards Friday because we saw what happened during the first team of RTTF. We saw a drop on the market by over 5 points on the market index. And if that happens even half of what had happened the first time, that's still a big profit loss for your cards. So definitely don't wait till Friday or Saturday this week to sell. Go ahead and sell those Thursday night, or if you want to get rid of them earlier, you can go for it. I think Wednesday or Thursday is going to be the best day to do so, though. And I've got some cards in my club that I could actually sell during that time. Now, I went ahead and I picked up my team after the drop. I picked up the Martial, I picked up St. Maximin, and I actually was able to get a Davies for 27K, and he actually kind of went up after he got announced into RTTF Team 1 and then dropped again. So I'm not making profit on his card, but for the rest of the cards, we're chilling. And we're not going to lose any coins. We even got an Allen here. We're going to play Weekend League with this team. I'm going to probably lose coins on the squad, but it won't be significant. 20,000 coins maybe on the team, and I'm going to make that back through actually playing the gameplay. But with that being said, for you guys that have even more expensive teams, especially the guys that don't have any coins liquid right now, you're going to want to get rid of those soon. That's not to say that short-term investing won't work, though. We've seen on Sunday nights, which today, the video that is going up right now, is going to happen on Sunday night. It's going to happen today. So with that being said, Sunday night bidding is obviously going to happen. Go ahead and try to make as much profit on those low-budget cards as possible. But one thing that we see with the meta market on Sundays is that we see a drop throughout the day, and then right about maybe 30 minutes to an hour before squad battle rewards actually are released, they're at their lowest point, and it's a good time to actually make a quick flip on players like maybe Heung-min Son. This was the reason I'm using this is because I did this method with Heung-min Son before, and I think we documented that in one of the like episode 6 or 7 approximately. We documented this trading method. But let's go ahead and do it again. We know it works, and I think this is going to be a perfect weekend to do that because we saw the big drop on Friday. So the cards are pretty low right now. A lot of people are going to be waiting to say, okay, I'll just go ahead and buy some of these cards on Sunday night during squad battle rewards. The only issue with this is there's not really much of a reason for most people to play the game Monday through Wednesday. Division rival rewards are still screwed up because the rewards are on Thursday instead of like Sunday night or Monday morning, which they definitely should be, but they haven't fixed that yet. So people who have played their Div rival games and played their weekend league games, they have no reason to buy their team. So the window of selling is strictly late Sunday night. You'll have to buy the card before squad battle rewards. They rise a good 10 to 20% over that course of about 5 to 7 hours. And then you sell during that Monday morning and get rid of those cards before they inevitably drop back to about what they were beforehand. And sometimes they drop even lower because, again, there's no reason for people to be buying until Thursday. Thursday is when the market goes up significantly, and it's going to be the same way about that until at least if rival rewards are moved. Because what'll happen is on that Thursday, which is coming up in 4 days now, on that Thursday we'll see weekend league rewards, we'll see division rival rewards, we'll also see demand for building your weekend league teams all happen at the same time, and you don't really have too many people other than us, the investors, picking up cards while the cards are low during maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see how low they get. I'll definitely bring out another Trading to Glory episode by then where we get an update on that. But we sell on those Thursdays or maybe even Wednesday night if we want to be really safe with it. So you're taking the profit, but most of it comes to demand. And so the prices rise significantly on that day, and that's definitely a good sell-off time. But as we move forward, Black Friday brings a lot of new ideas to the game. One of those new ideas is SBC fodder. We're looking at special cards right now, and they are ridiculously low. Let's take a look at Volland, for example. This card, an 84 rated inform card from Monaco, and I don't know if they're actually in UCL, but we'll just go ahead and choose inform to be clear here. 20,000 coins, let's move it down to about 11.5k. We're looking at a card that doesn't get the greatest links, but definitely doesn't get bad links being German and being striker. He's at 12,000 coins right now. He's 84 rated. Now, a couple years back, I believe, was it 2 years ago or 1 year ago, we saw an 82 rated inform. It was a left back. It was Benedict Havidez, okay? He came out in an early Team of the Week between like Team of the Week 1 or 4, right? And so that Team of the Week was out, and it was about discard price, maybe 12 to 14,000 coins, just like this card. And we entered into Black Friday, and we finally saw some of the squad building challenge cards and squad building challenges that require informs or repeatable SBCs that give a party bag or a guaranteed 84 plus inform, etc. We see those drop on Black Friday, and it causes the SBC fodder market to skyrocket. So that Benedict Havidez went from about 14,000 coins. You could sell it for 70k in about a 2-hour flip. And over the course of the next few days, that card went all the way up to 140,000 coins. You're picking up a card at 20k even if you got him late. You pick him up at 20k, at not even close to what his best price was, and you're ended up making a 700% profit on that card. Absolutely ridiculous profit margins on those informs. So this is a card to look at. Now, there's a ton of different informs, and the best way to look at those is to just go to FIFA 21 players on Footbin and just sort by inform, and then look at the certain ratings and see what the prices are. And we're going to go ahead and do that for a couple different ratings right now and see if we can find some gems in here that really spark our interest. So let's look at 82 rated inform. The later the card has been released, the worse of an investment it is, by the way. The more early the card was released, Team of the Week 1, Team of the Week 2, the better an investment it is. The reason for that is less supply. If you pick up 4 of a card that came out on Team of the Week 1, there's going to be a lot less competition. So if a SBC comes out and it could be used for that, a lot of people will pick up that card, right? And it won't take very many people to do or to use that card for it to skyrocket in price. While if it's currently still in packs or was recently in packs, there's a lot more people that have it on their transfer list, a lot more people that had recently packed it and it's in their club, and he could get listed quite a bit more. So the earlier it was released, the better. Let's go ahead and take a look. at 82 rated informs and see if there's any one that sparks our interest. And the first thing that comes to mind is this one right here. I mean, that's the first one I saw that I really like. Now, problem with this is it came out more recent, but it is so perfect for an investment. Came out during Team of the Week 4. So not too late, not too recent, but definitely not too early either. I think we're on Team of the Week, what is it, 6 or 7 now? So it's kind of in the middle, but it's 82 rated, gets great links, and it's not good card. That doesn't matter. It's 82 rated. It's in the same position as that Benedict Havidez example was, in the same rating as well. So that definitely sparks my interest right there, that Jordan Amavi. As we scroll down, Chris Smalling kind of catches my eye. Those are definitely solid ones. Jonathan Bamba is not bad because he's usable as well, so you're kind of doubling up on that investment. But it's not nearly as no risk as some of the others I just mentioned. Because let's say I have 2.4 million and I put 1 million coins into Jordan Amavi at 10,500, right? I put 1 million coins into him there. I'm risking about 600 coins per card. All right? 600 coins per card, that could add up for sure. But realistically, it cannot drop in price. And even if worst case scenario happened, I quick sell the card for a 600 coin loss per card. Not really any risk to it. So let's look at 83 rated cards and see if there's any cards that catch our eye. Not nearly as many 83 rated informs, which also could be a good reason they're in good investment. You got the likes of Jack Grealish and Danny Ings. They get strolling together, so if there's actually an SBC that requires 2 informs, those could be a solid pairing. We're looking at Martin Hinteregger, not discard price. And Vlasic right here, it's not a very good linked card. Croatian's tough to link. There's only a few different cards you can link that to, like Modric, Rakitic, Mandzukic, and a couple others. And CSKA Moscow in the League of Russia, not a good link. Also, center attacking mid, terrible position to invest in, by the way, if you're going SBC fodder. Best investments for SBC fodder are left back and right back. Those are my 2 favorites. Center back's great. Center mid, but only center mid. I'm not talking CDM. I'm not talking center attacking mid. Center mid's okay. Right wing, left wing are average. Striker is meh, not that great. And goalkeeper, terrible as well. So those are kind of the positions that you should be looking at, are like defense. Anywhere on the defense is great. And then center mid is normally pretty solid as well. Every now and then a right mid or left mid will be solid, but it just depends on how much competition on that card. If there is a right mid 84 rated from Spain and in the Spanish league, it's a good investment. But if there's 3 different cards that look the same, if there's 3 different SBC fodder cards that are inform, all Spanish, all La Liga, not as good of an investment. Too many different cards for people to go with. Too many different options. So it's not going to rise nearly as much. Let's go ahead and look at some of the cards that are not informed and see how we're going to invest in those going into Black Friday. Looking at 82, 83, you're looking at 83 and you're getting them for no risk, okay? So if you're going to go unassigned, add some 83s to the list, because if they come out with a repeatable SBC on Black Friday, you're going to see some 83 or 84 rated teams that are required for those repeatable SBCs. And these cards that are 850 coins right now, mark my words, in 3 weeks from now, these cards that are 850 coins, like during Black Friday's promo, they're going to be triple the price minimum. Triple the price of what they're currently at. So 300% profit on those. If you, well, I guess you could say it's 200% profit, but 300% of the current price. Sorry if that's confusing to some of you guys. I don't even say the correct term, so I don't know how you guys are going to understand that. But 300% of the current price is what they'll be minimum. 84 rated players is where you start to see that jump in price. So if you're going to invest in 84 rated, go for cards that are in better positions. Tagliafico right here at 2.6. That's a good position, good nation as well. Easily could rise and triple in price as well. But for me, I'd like the no-risk investments better. 83 rateds are looking solid. And if you want to go all in, it's a little early, the day that this is being uploaded, but it's definitely an option. And it's definitely going to be something I look at as we get closer to Black Friday. We'll see how they fluctuate until then, because I haven't seen really any squad building challenges come out during the time of for the last 2 weeks that have been any good. You've noticed the lack of squad building challenge guides that have come up on the channel, and that's not for the lack of me recording them. I actually recorded a Mason Mount SBC cheapest solution, and it was the cheapest solution for sure. As always, I bring out the best squads for you guys to use, but I thought, dude, what's the point of uploading this? How many people are actually going to do a Mason Mount SBC for this? It costs you about 70,000 coins with my method to do this SBC, but you're looking at a card that's 80 pace, 84 dribbling, 81 shooting, and 83 passing, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty good if you consider the fact that Chelsea are probably going to get a few upgrades, but it's kind of terrible looking forward thinking, well, it's going to take a while for this card to get upgraded, and it's only got 3-star skills. Is this card ever going to actually be usable? How long is it going to take? And is it even worth 70k by the time it actually gets upgraded? And for me, that's a no. I don't think it's going to ever be worth it. I think by the time this card is usable, there's going to be other tradable cards that are better. There's going to be other center attacking mids in Premier League, so many different options by the time Mason Mount's 88 rated, if he does end up getting to 88 rated. Because he'll go from 83 to 85, and his pace will go to maybe 82 or 83. Shooting to 84 would be nice, and the card would definitely be usable by then, but it wouldn't be good because you're still looking at 3-star skills. And if you're using skills, which is kind of a meta this year, it's not going to be good. It's not a good card. There's so many different options for less than 70,000 coins that you're going to be able to use now, as he's this right now. Even if he was 85 rated, there's probably better options for less than 70k. And then by the time he actually becomes 88 or 89 rated, where his card actually looks really sick and it's really, really good, by then you might think, okay, well, it's freaking April, okay? It's April. And I spent 70,000 coins on this in early November, when coins were worth a lot more back then. Obviously, the coins right now are worth a lot more in November than they will be in April. Was it worth me spending 70k on this card just for him to be upgraded by April? It wasn't. So I decided not to upload that video. And the overall point is, there's no SBCs out right now that spark people's interests. Nobody wants to do a Mikel Oyarzabal. I mean, what, 3 people in the community want to fucking do Mikel Oyarzabal? There's no point. 3-star, 3-star is SBC fodder, all right? And you need an 85 rated team. So there's absolutely no point to do that squad building challenge. And Fati's still out. You might as well do that thing right there. Granted, it's going to expire soon, but there's definitely no reason to go out and do that card. Jason Denayer, it's an okay card, don't get me wrong, and the value's not terrible either, but you're also looking at a card that's hard to link and not too many people are going to do either. So it hasn't had an effect on the market for SBC fodder, and everything's still just really, really cheap. You've got some 85 and 86 rated cards that are holding their value because of certain squad building challenges, but realistically, it's nothing in comparison to what we're probably going to see in a couple of weeks with Black Friday, and then a couple weeks after that, you've got fuckness. So SBC fodder, although I haven't talked about it once in these episodes, haven't even really mentioned it much, it's gonna come into play, and it might be some of the most easy, comprehend, easy to invest, not hard to understand whatsoever trading, investing, and it brings you the most bang if you invest at the right time with a little luck on what EA bring out. But if you go no risk investing, nothing to lose. So that's definitely something to keep in mind for Black Friday. Last thing we're going to talk about before we end today's episode is how is the market going to fluctuate in the meta? What's going to happen during Black Friday? Does everything crash in price, or do some things still rise? Well, it actually comes down to what cards you use and what cards you're looking at. Because what we're going to see for icons, and very good ones, let's say a Samuel Eto'o, a card that's pretty hyped up as a striker this year. I think a lot of people really like Samuel Eto'o. So we'll go ahead and look him up first. Samuel Eto'o as an icon, he's going for, depending on the card, the cheap one, 87 rated, it's about 2.2 million coins. What you could see leading up to Black Friday is this card might go from 2.2 million coins and drop down to 1.95, 1.9 if it really goes low. But as we hit Black Friday, the day of, you're going to see a little bit of a rise. And then shortly after, it should only take a couple of days, the card will be back up to what it was beforehand. and then beyond. It'll be a buy window before Black Friday, or maybe right as Black Friday starts, but I think it'll probably happen the day before Black Friday, or maybe the Wednesday before Black Friday. There's going to be a buy window for all these icons, for these Samuel Eto'os, for these Laurent Blanc. There's going to be buy windows to pick up Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe, and Neymar. There's going to be buy windows to pick up different RTTF cards that have been out of packs for several days, or even maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks by that time. So there's going to be buy windows before Black Friday comes out. And what a lot of people think is, well, once the Friday hits, that's when the market crashes. Well, no. It'll actually be before Black Friday when the market really takes a hit for these meta cards. And then on Black Friday when the low-rated metas get hit. So the players like Adama Traore, the players like Furlan Mendy, believe it or not, players that are 83 rated and below are going to take a huge plummet because of all the supply. But how many people are realistically packing in Eto'o? Not that many. And there's going to be a lot more people looking to upgrade their teams by then to these icons or to these meta cards like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. I'm not saying there won't be more supply for these cards, because there will from the packs, but not nearly as much as the demand will be. There's only a handful of cards that fit the ultimate meta of the year. And that's going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. That's going to be Neymar, Mbappe, Samuel Eto'o. It's going to be cards like that that fit the meta so well that all the pros are using them, all the people who are competing in FUT Champs want to use them, and that's why they're going to go up in price instead of down during Black Friday, because everyone expects there to be a crash, which means if everybody expects there to be a crash, everybody's going to be like, I'll wait till then to buy my team. So that rises. And then what else do you have? One, traders and investors. What happens on Black Friday week? We make so many coins on the Trading to Glory. You guys are going to make so many coins. You know what that means? We can afford better players, and we can afford to upgrade our teams as well. Sure, we might only be looking at these cards as an aesthetic because we suck, or I suck. I shouldn't say we. I know a lot of you guys are much better at the game than I am. But I'm still wanting to pick up an Mbappe. I'm still wanting to pick up a Samuel Eto'o then. So we'll be buying. And then the rest of the community, especially the ones that buy FIFA points, are going to have more coins. And that adds to buying power. And more buying power adds to more people buying these meta cards. And they just rise and rise and rise for a couple weeks. So that is what you should expect for Black Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I appreciate you sticking with me until the end of the video. And if you did, for those who did, stick with me until the end of the video, through the sappy beginning of the video, and through all the trading tips and all my blabbering. Comment down below, who's your goalkeeper right now in your team, just so I know who made it to the end of the video, because nobody else is just going to comment a random goalkeeper, right? So we'll know who made it to the end of the video. Just go ahead and comment your goalkeeper. So if it were me, I'd just type Manuel Neuer in the comments and click comment and click reply. So go ahead and comment that down below, and I'll make sure to drop a love on the comment. I'll try to reply to as many of you guys as possible. I should probably be able to get to all of you. I don't get that many comments. So yeah, that'll be it for today's video. Drop a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.